part of the curse, right? Deuteronomy 28 and verse 23. It says, "And the heaven that is over thy head shall be brass, and the earth that is under thee shall be iron. The Lord shall make the rain of thy land powder and dust. From heaven shall it come down upon thee until thou be destroyed." That's a dust bowl type of condition described in the curse. The Lord brought that on Babylon while it was in its stage of progressivism, feminism, all the BS that this place is known for. The Lord, he showed you what he could do to this place, and we see the same patterns reoccur.
It's funny, I was looking at some older movies. Like I didn't know how much movies, but I was watching some old black and white movies from the 30s, and that's when, if anybody remembers, when did feminism really kick? The 60s, right? Well, movies were already having women in certain back talk on camera, pushing that whole energy that women could be independent, that women can talk back to a man. Like, don't get me wrong, in them older movies, men were still smacking up women and all of that, putting them in their place in that sense for that time period. But how much further now? So when the boundaries start changing, which Babylon and Eve really was into that, pushing off the natural order of things, that's when worse things start happening. Okay? The further away we get away from these statute laws and commandments and keep them, the worse society is going to be. Okay, this used to be a Christian state, but now it's so far gone. Like you can't even, like I was mentioning the live last night, you can't even put Christ as king on a can of soda pop, but you can put Satan as king on that same can of soda pop. What does that tell you about these places? Okay?
It's contrary to the most law.
Righteous, absolutely. It's against righteousness. So what do you think the Most High is going to do with it? Because it's lifting up itself for pride. I don't want to go away from where you're going. I just want to make that point. You got it, bro.
Kind of, I have some history.
That was the same time period as why I brought it up. You got it, bro.
I have history concerning, our people going through, that state of famine as well, man. This is coming from the book of Jeremiah 14 in the NLT. And I grabbed something in chat as well. It says, "This message came to Jeremiah from the Lord Yahweh, explaining why he was holding back the rain. Judah wilts, commerce at the city gates grinds to a halt. All the people sit on the ground in mourning, and a great cry rises from Jerusalem." Verse 3, "The nobles send servants to get water, but all the wells are dry. The servants return with empty pitchers, confused and desperate, covering their heads in grief. The ground is parched and cracked for lack of rain. The farmers are deeply troubled. They too cover their heads. Even the doe abandons her newborn fawn because there is no grass in the field. The wild donkeys stand on the bare hills, panting like thirsty jackals. They strain their eyes looking for grass, but there is none to be found. The people say, our wickedness has caught up with us. Lord, but help us for the sake of your own reputation. We have turned away from you and have sinned against you again and again." But that's showing what famine and dearth, in the time of Jerusalem, man. Due to Jake's disobedience. And as the brother was bringing out, the Lord is bringing forth all these plagues as a tool to do what? To destroy again, man. That fertilizer shortage is just another way, another woe that the Lord is coming out with, to bring calamity unto you people, man. Jeremiah 14.
Jeremiah 14?
Yeah,
Real quick, I got 2 Ezra 15, starting at 12. "Egypt shall mourn, and the foundation of it shall be smitten with the plague and punishment that the Most High shall bring upon it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seeds shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation." It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein." So yeah, brothers are speaking about that the dust storm. There's going to be other particular storms and natural disasters that's going to happen as well. That's going to play into the famine.
Flooding in the second part of the red basket.
Hey, we just seen an article about the El Nino. El Nino is weather condition. Now with that, depending on what part of the country, it can either cause extreme drought or it can cause flooding. Yeah. Verse 15, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men.
Yeah, I always like how, I'm sorry, brother. I always like how this is written. Because, I always like how this is written because they're just stacking problem on top of problem to show you the end time conditions.
Yeah, there you go. And that sedition, that's going against the government. So that's coming.
Yep.
That's coming. Continue.
Right. Hey, brothers mentioned earlier what Trump said. That's one thing, a factor that can cause sedition.
Yep.
You know, the people being like, you know, responding or reacting to what Trump said. Oh, you don't care about our well-being. You don't care about the economy. You only care about yourself. Okay, I'm gonna keep reading.
Well, I was gonna say, you remove the bread and circuses from this place, and fuck, these people are gonna go crazy, man. Okay? People are just used to being able to go eat any time of the day. But you slowly start to pull back, okay? And all these businesses slowly start closing down. People are gonna start getting hungry, man. When people get hungry, forget about it.
Use it.
You know?
Even more so, if you just wake up one morning and all that shit just unavailable. It says, for there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Yeah, who's their kings and princes? You know, top politicians. You know, president. You got government officials under him. You know, you got the police. You know, alphabet groups. Government. You know, nobody ain't gonna regard them. Man. They losing their mind. Well, they took over a data center over there in Salem, Oregon. You know, they're fighting against the data center. You know, and I believe they ran the CEO of that data center. They ran his ass away, man. Now that CEO got to come back with guns, man. You know, hired mercenaries.
You know, in all those data centers, they use a lot of water. Right now, here in the desert, what's happening? Water shortages and everything else. Lake Mead is, I think, at 28% the last I heard. So water is going to be a big commodity in the future. So watch that.
Yeah, just imagine if a gallon of water was $2 now. You know, a gallon of water. You know, just imagine spending 10 times as that. You know, when this this drought really kicks in, when you start holding back the water from the people.
You think about how much water is wasted here in Babylon. You know, people just throw water out like it ain't nothing, but it's gonna be scarce.
Precious.
Yeah, be precious.
And the elder mentioned earlier how it's, you know, in the grocery stores, it's roughly 3 days worth of food and water in the grocery store. That don't mean it's gonna last that long. Because in the state of panic, what do people do? Do we see 2020? They flood the stores, they flood the gas stations. Depending on the crisis, certain items are a commodity. During that time, it was Lysol, tissue, you know, shit like that. Yeah. In the time of, go ahead.
No,
No, you got it, bro.
Now I was gonna add, on the Gulf Coast, every year in the Gulf Coast, hurricane season come around, the stores be empty, man. I couldn't live like that. I found out about a hurricane because the store was empty. I'm like, oh shit, what happened to Walmart?
And
Super Bowl.
they're pretty much waiting for the storm to pass so they can replenish the stores. But when this storm comes, there ain't gonna be no replenishing.
Hey, the heat is hot, but hey, you ain't gotta be in no hurricanes, tornadoes. Yeah. Now when the water's gone, you have that water's life. We up the creek instead. We trust me. Living here is believing in this is solely believing in Yahweh.
None of you brothers gonna have to have that Moses staff, man.
Yeah, for real.
With the branch and the dirty water, you know.
Ain't no water here.
I got one real quick. Psalms 107 and 33. It says, He turneth rivers into wilderness and water springs into dry ground, a fruitful land into barrenness for the wickedness of them that dwell therein.
I got one too.
I don't know if your brother's ever seen the movie Rango, the little kid movie.
Yeah, I know.
Oh yeah, it says it's a 2000 the 2011 animated film is based here in the Nevada desert. So you know they're telling you that it's gonna eventually happen here too.
You got the plot?
The
The plot of the movie?
Najee looked it over. It was the movie based on Rango, based here in the Nevada desert. It is.
I'm tripping. I got my phone.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at the plot because it'll tell us.
Oh, it does right there.
Yeah, here you go, real quick. Yep, it says the story begins with Rango, a pet chameleon with an identity crisis, is stranded after his owner's terrarium falls out of their car on a desolate Nevada highway. He wanders into dirt, a dry, lawless frontier outpost populated by desert animals that is facing a severe water shortage. Yeah. So the movie shows you how a lizard that used to be in a fish tank pretty much, you know, a dry tank, you know, whereas the conditions are like a society right now, the conditions are
ideal,
pretty much set up for you to survive. Then you got to go and deal without those conditions, and the worst conditions. Well, that's coming here.
This is another reason to fear the Most High.
Yeah.
The Most High, he can take what is most essential to you and deplete it from you so that you have no access to it, knowing that you got to live. It's a necessity for your life. And the Lord can dry that up and make sure you don't got it. What you gonna do then? You gonna pray and beg for rain? But back in the time of Noah, they scoffed that rain. These people don't even think like that, man.
In the wilderness, same thing. We're wandering in the wilderness. Jake, I'm hungry. What's going on, Lord? I'm hungry. Like, man, he already gave us the manna. I want some meat. He provided these things. We thirsty. And these Edomites ain't sharing their water. They ain't even gonna let us buy them. Well, I got you. Go up to the rock and have plenty. Right? All these situations the Most High can do, but most importantly, if he can give, he can definitely take away. Okay?
I think down in I want to say Puerto Rico maybe.
Yeah.
They're water rationing.
Yeah. Water crisis.
They're having a water crisis down there. That type of circumstance. That's a straight up calamity. That's a crisis, man. To have to ration water. Nobody in America has have to do that. They're rationing water. They have to basically limit their portions of water usage. That's a luxury that we had here in Babylon. A lot of these people in Babylon, they have no idea how luxurious they had. It's like you, when it comes to privileges, when you're so used to it and you're engulfed in privilege, it's like it doesn't even exist to you. Yeah. You don't even think about it.
Even when those settlers was wandering around, they still had it where it was, there's boar and there's buffalo and there's just trees with all kinds of fruit. It was paradise over here. So much of a breadbasket of paradise, Solomon sent his navy over and was continually reaping things from over here. Okay?
Not hoarding, but just getting a certain amount.
Right, not to mess it up. This man is depleting everything, trying to get it all.
No, it has depleted.
And that created a mindset that of privilege, of lack of
Entitlement.
yeah, entitlement. Like I got this stuff, but water's
people are
always gonna be
entitled.
there. And so, like, you tell somebody right now I'm about to be a family, like, nigga, I'm going to McDonald's right now. You ain't gonna think about it, twice. But when it's gone, it's gonna be so far gone, they're not gonna know what to do.
It is Ezekiel 4. Well, matter of fact, I was reading the NLT. It says exactly the same words that the elder was that quoted, man. It's Ezekiel 4, NLT. And I'll start here at verse 9. It says, now go and get some wheat, barley, beans, lentils, millet, and emmer wheat, and mix them together in a storage jar. Use them to make bread for yourself during the 390 days you will be laying on your side. Ration this out to yourself.
Yep.
Ration. That's the word, ration.
And these people don't have the mentality of ration. If you people will eat on the full. He will eat on the full stomach. Just because they want to taste something.
It says, ration this out to yourself, 8 ounces of food for each day, and eat it at set times. Then measure out a jar of water for each day, and drink it at set times. Prepare and eat this food as you would barley cakes with all the people. It's like while all the people are watching, bake it over a fire using dried human dung as fuel, then eat the bread. But it was ultimately of cattle dung. But that was the point. It was rationed. Food had to be rationed because it was a dearth in the land, man. And the Lord don't even have to. And we're talking about the water being dissipated in terms of causing, a famine and chaos upon the earth. Hey, well, back in the times of Egypt, and I'm holding the account, hey, the Lord still had the water there. He just transformed it into another liquid, man. This is Exodus 7, and I'm gonna start here at verse 17. Matter of fact, verse 15, 14. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Moses, Pharaoh's heart is hardened, he refuses to let the people go. Give thee unto Pharaoh in the morning, lo, he goeth out unto the water, and thou shalt stand by the river's brink against he come, and the rod which was turned to a serpent shalt thou take in thine hand. And thou shalt say unto him, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, the power of the Hebrews, has sent me unto thee, saying, let my people go, that they may serve me in the wilderness, and behold, hitherto thou wouldest not hear. Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, in this thou shalt know that I am the Lord. Behold, I will smite with the rod that is in thine hand upon the mighty, upon the waters which are in the river, and they shall be turned to blood. And the fish that is in the river shall die.
Hey, that's been happening all over the world. The rivers in these different countries turned into blood.
There's nothing new under the sun. It's all happening again.
No, Esau got an excuse. Well, the algae is fermenting or whatever the fuck he say that. That's fine. They're gonna stop turning it to that though.
If I could get a quick precept to back that up real quick. Sirach 5:1. Set thy heart upon thy goods, and say not, I have enough for my life. That's a message not to get too comfortable and think because right now, because you have an abundance of resources that it's always going to be there. Even if you're storing it up and you got it secure, locked away. Just like over there in Puerto Rico, how ironic is it? You're surrounded by water, but they suffering from a lack of it. It's nothing for the Lord to take the resources that you have and either make it putrid to where you can't drink it, you can't eat it, or to just completely have it inaccessible to you.
Continuing back in Exodus 4 and 18. It says, and the fish that is in the river shall die, and the river shall stink, and the Egyptians shall loathe to drink of the water of the river. And the Lord spake unto Moses, say unto Aaron, take thy rod and stretch out thine hand upon the waters of Egypt, upon their streams, upon their rivers, upon their ponds, and upon all their pools of water, that they may become blood. And that there may be blood throughout all the land of Egypt, both in vessels of wood and in vessels of stone. So hey, even the reserves that people had in their houses, man, the Lord turned that into blood, man. Right? It's made everything completely undrinkable.
And just imagine if they had like the faucet system that we got, you just turn on the faucet and it's just nothing but blood just running down the sink. That would scare the shell of the average person, man.
Yeah.
That's the king of terrors, man.
Bro, and it's beautiful, right? Because you have a bunch of people that prep. You got a bunch of Edomites that prep. Oh, we got water for 3 years. Hey, the Lord can have them whole reserves just turn into just straight blood, man. Yeah.
That could be perfect for us.
That's blood, but imagine if it was rust. People gonna bug out if it's rust. Hey, I'll open up some of these. You open up some of these hydrants and rust comes out. What you gonna do?
Oh, yeah. Lead. Got lead poisoning and shit. I hear all the time there's certain towns in the U.S. fucking the water will kill you, man. Don't even touch it.
Yeah, Detroit. Michigan. Yeah, Flint, Michigan.
That's like the infamous one.
Yeah, their water is flammable.
Yeah, that's right.
You can literally set it on fire. As soon as you open the faucet, they'll turn it on, hot or cold, and you can put a match to it, and this is gonna catch on fire, man.
You know, I was thinking
like your
about
Gatorade.
speaking of Puerto Rico. The Most High is so cold is they're surrounded by water, but I don't know if the brother said that, but you know, upon finding out, you know, what's going on in Iran about the desalination, so why they ain't got one of those? They got all this salt water around them that they can make clean water, because Jake over there is surrounded by Esau. Esau not about to have no desalination plants over there where Haiti, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, all those various islands can have their own water supply. They're still dependent on this devil. You know, and it ain't like they don't have money, you know what I mean? The government gets money, subsidies from various places. But
It shows you Esau's an extreme nigger.
yeah.
All the resources that he controls, he doesn't want to share with nobody. He wants to hoard it all for himself. You know?
But if that situation was going on over there in our land, they would jump on it before it even hit the news.
And then all of a sudden you got these cyber attacks on our water systems
Exactly.
here in the country.
After AI, the data centers is already drinking up all the drinkable water. Okay, so all of this is happening. But what is it? It's really the Most High making one individual people responsible, so you can see that he's the enemy, responsible for taking all these resources, making him responsible, and leaving his hand, catching him red-handed, I should say, taking them, messing with the resources. Though it's his plan to do this to him, the Most High's plan to do this.
This man is like engineering a famine himself too, you know?
Yep.
Shortages, all that, creating a water crisis, because the less there is, the more control he has over it and over the people. Now you really have to fucking bend the knee and go kiss his ass to get what you need to survive. He uses that to his advantage, you know? Because he knows that obviously we as humans, creatures, right? We need water, you know, we need food. So you control all those precious resources, and you control the people, man. It's pretty obvious.
We need land to grow food, right? What are they buying up? All those elite guys like the Gates and all of them. What are they buying up? All the land. What are they doing to the farmers? Making them sell their land or making it useless?
They're buying up the land, but they're not producing. They're not doing anything with it. They're letting the land just die off. You know.
So this is like brother was going into. This is all control. So we can glance at a glance. We can see if this dude that got the blessing, what he would do with all the resources of corn and wine and all the things that Isaac blessed Jacob with. He was blessing Esau. If Esau actually got that blessing, he would squeeze everybody, man, and kill everybody off. Order it up for himself. It'd be a planet of Edom.
That's basically his plan, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, basically his plan. I mean, there was something called the Georgia Guidestones. I don't know if you heard about that. Basically, they say the 10 Commandments of the Illuminati.
Yep.
And that first thing is that the population has to be under 500 million.
Yeah.
Which is right now we have what, 8 billion, 9 billion people? So you would have to kill off like 80% of the people on Earth. Whatever it is, yeah, some ridiculous number. Yeah, you did the math. Okay, there you go, 93. I believe it. So I mean, that's what they want. That's their agenda at the end. They want to have complete control, and the people who are left, they'll be their slaves forever. That's it. That's what they want. That's what they want, but it's not going to happen. Obviously, it's not going to happen. Anybody got anything else?
Real quick, you know, it's in his mind that he thinks that, you know, with the agenda of depopulating the world, that it's just going to work in his favor. Let me get Isaiah real quick. Isaiah 10, and this is dealing with the king of Assyria at the time. And we could place Esau in the same position as king of Assyria. This is Isaiah 10 and verse 7. And it says, "Howbeit he meaneth not so, neither do his heart think so, but in his heart to destroy and cut off nations, not a few. That's he wants to cut off many people. In order to get what he wants, he knows that he's gonna have to basically cut off many people. There's people that's gonna stand and resist. They're not gonna allow him to just take everything to himself. The world, the rest of the world, they need resources too. They need food too. They need fertilizer too. They need oil too. They need land too. They need water too. But Esau, with his evil imagination, is like he believes that he only exists. Nobody outside of him should really exist.
Or that if anybody's gonna be in control of these resources, it's him.
It gotta be him.
Me or nobody.
Or nobody.
Yeah.
That's his mentality. Me or nobody.
You know that mentality of Esau over my dead body.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, man. If I can't have it, nope. And that's really going back to the birthright situation. If I can't have the birthright, but it goes to him, then hey, neither one of us can have it. That's his attitude.
You know, in Israel, they got something called the Samson option.
Yep.
Exactly, where if they're losing a war or something against their enemy, they'll just throw all the nuclear weapons at that enemy, and if they have to kill themselves in the process, they'll do it.
Yep.
So that's their mentality, either me or nobody.
I'm getting it. The word is kamikaze.
Yep.
You know
Crash
that's
out.
Yeah, that's the new modern speed.
Crash
Right?
out.
It says started up where it came from. It came from World War II. That actually came from before that, 1700s. We'll skip all of that. No, I won't. Adopted in late 1944 by the Empire of Japan as a desperate tactic. Right? It says World War II impact. Let me get to today's uses. Yeah, it says,
they used to do that in World War II.
Yep.
They ran out of ammunition. So, you know, nose dive in the planes, pilots. Nose dive right into the boats. You know?
So today the term kamikaze is used metaphorically outside of its original military.
Self-destructive, man. You know?
To describe reckless, self-destructive, or high-stakes action.
So this is on a higher level than a fucking Muslim strapping himself with a regular bomb.
Suicide bomb.
On a suicide mission. This right here is on a whole. It takes it to a whole nother level.
Global scale.
Yeah.
I looked it up right now. That word kamikaze, it breaks down to Japanese and means divine wind. It goes into the
Describing the
about
nuke.
the destroying wind. You know,
Nuke, yeah.
afraid of those nukes.
Because he's going to nuke himself. That was always the thing. You nuke a country, you're going to get nuked.
And this is a quick.
I got a quick speed. Matthew 24 and 21. For then shall be great tribulations, such as there's not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor ever be shall be. And except those days be shortened, there shall be no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake those days shall be shortened. So if Yahushua didn't come back, this devil will find a way to kill everybody on the planet, including himself. Including himself.
So Ecclesiastes 5 and 13 KJV. It says, there is a sore evil which I have seen under the sun, namely riches kept for the owners thereof to their hurt. But those riches perish by evil travail, and he begetteth a son, and there is nothing in his hand. Right?
Yeah, because he's gonna be destroyed,
Exactly.
and his world's gonna be basically taken from him. He ain't gonna have ownership of anything once the Lord overthrows him. So what you gonna leave your children to? The curses. Because that's what they're gonna inherit. They're gonna be born to the curses. Your world's gonna be passed away. You know? And what you were blessed with is how you also gonna be taken out. You were blessed with the sword, you're gonna perish with it too.
Rakata.
Because you're wielding that sword, man. He's a madman. He didn't know how to reason.
Yep.
You can't reason with this man. He always, everything goes back to that sword. You do what I say, well, I'm fucking war crimes.
Yeah.
Desalination plants, power plants, bridges, you know, schools with little girls, you know. That's what this man does.
That's why the Lord is a just power, so he said, reward unto her double. Everything that she dished out, and she got to get that back double. So she gonna catch it. She's Babylon's gonna get it, man. I don't know if y'all saw that. It was a post from the IRGC about how they're gonna start preparing to build long-range missiles that can reach Babylon.
15,000 kilometers.
15,000 kilometers, man. And you know what he said? He said that it's time for America to feel the same heat, the same blood, the same destruction and blood that they've shown. Somebody could look it up.
Yep.
He said that. You know?
And it is time.
Yeah.
It's long overdue, man.
One of the best safeguards that Americans have is the distance away from everything.
Hey, but like what you're saying, when we go into Ezekiel the 38th chapter, hey, the land of unwalled villages, hey, guess what? Well, hey, the Lord is gonna allow them arrows to hit them on them now, man. You know, now it's time. That boar is become even bolder, bolder, hey, being that it's been resisting, you know, or fighting off the attacks of the hammer, man, you know, of the horde. So the Lord is putting a even stronger spirit into them Iranian generals, into their minds, to get ready, man.
Right.
They want
and why they Trump keep talking about deal this, deal that, deal this, deal that. They're not hearing it. There ain't no deal nothing with them. And they realize that since they've played the long game, the war of attrition, the strategy worked obviously because their stockpile of munitions, they fucking depleted it. They either got destroyed or they used it up. So now Israel's over there is a sitting duck. We know that Iron Dome ain't what it was, you know. So now, and it's interesting you brought up the Samson option. Because what could the U.S. do now? Besides, you know, playing games like, you know what, let's just have a deal. Let's just have some peace. We're not gonna attack them. But Israel's like, yeah, you even think about it. If you America, if y'all even think about it, that's just basically what it is. That's what they throwing in the air right now.
If the U.S. finds an off-ramp, right? We're desperate for an off-ramp. The small, we can expect another 9/11.
Or worse.
Worse.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
It'll be worse.
You gotta rally the troops. You know?
You gotta bring back that spirit, that American energy. There's a James 1, it's like a James 5 and 1 in the NLT. It says, look here, you rich people, we've been grown with anguish because of all the terrible troubles ahead of you. Your wealth is rotting away, and your fine clothes are moth-eaten rags. Your gold and silver are corroded. The very wealth you were counting on will eat away your flesh like fire. This corroded treasure will have hoarded. This corroded treasure you have hoarded will testify against you on the day of judgment. For listen, hear the cries of the field workers whom you have cheated of their pay.
That's getting paid every 2 weeks and all of that. Them taking out all these taxes and then raising the cost of living. The economy's inflating and everything else. We know they got control over all of that. Okay? And they can if you stole gas or oil, why isn't it cheaper? You know, if you're stealing it, why not sell it half price?
Especially for your people, right?
Man, for your own people?
Selling that to your own people. The Americans shouldn't be paying for gas, man.
Yeah.
Fucking fight wars for that shit.
I was gonna say, our children and our sons and daughters
Will die for that.
and die for this stuff.
They're hoarding it for war. Because they know that once this war kick off, ain't gonna be no free trade or this or that. It's like, once you start running out of these various commodities, your ass is through.
Well, that's why they took over Venezuela.
Sitting ducks. Yeah.
They say that they're making over $13 billion. Well, they made $13 billion since they took over it. Okay, so they're not that stupid. They know they got that big war is coming, man.
Yeah. Where's that 13 billion going? Straight to the fucking small hands.
Yeah.
And
military.
Yeah.
Yeah, that to feed that war machine.
Continuing, it says, "For listen, hear the cries of the field workers whom you have cheated of their pay. The cries of those who harvest your fields have reached the ears of the Lord of heaven's armies."
Yeah. Hey, the elected's part of that because we working, man. We got regular jobs, man. We're crying out to the Lord, come save us, man. It's being too hard. We feel the pressure, man. Just like the rest of us. But on us, it's more. It's more, concentrated on us because we understand the truth. But we see, we see the end of this thing, so it gives us hope. But the Lord hears our cries, man. Got Luke 18:7, I think.
Yeah, I want to add this about the Lord hearing our cries. But I want to add this about these cries. The cries shouldn't be to stop this. The cries should be accelerated. Make it go faster because we're only going to get out of this by going through it. You can't turn it back. That's why the brother read it earlier. You can't turn back the plague in this place and things that have to happen to prophecy. Y'all got it.
Verse 6. It says, like in verse 5, "You have spent your years on earth in luxury, satisfying your every desire."
Yeah, that's the top elites. Rothschilds, Rockefellers, Bilderbergs, Oppenheimers, the Waltons, etc. Man, these technocrats, Elon Musk and Facebook, Zuckerberg, Nvidia, all the niggas, man. They live fat, man. Bill Gates,
"You have spent your years on earth in luxury, satisfying your every desire. You have fattened yourselves for the day of slaughter."
They are not in trouble as other men from Psalm 73. You got it.
"You have condemned and killed innocent people who do not resist you."
Oh, man.
Millions?
Millions upon millions.
Dear brothers and sisters, be patient as you wait for your Lord's return. Consider the farmers who patiently wait for the rains in the fall.
Hey, patient means to suffer. That's what we're doing, suffering. Patient. Out of patience is Job.
Who patiently wait for the rains in the fall and in the spring. They eagerly look for the valuable harvest to ripen. You too must be patient. Take courage, for the coming of the Lord is near.
It's the hope.
And that's beautiful to say that. Go with it tells us to be patient. Don't worry. It'll tarry. Won't tarry. Wait for it. It shall not tarry. It ain't gonna go on too long, but it's gonna wait though. It's gonna suffer. But it is on the way. That's the point that he's reiterating, that hope that it is on the way. Okay? So people don't be like, man, just think about it. Then they say when Y2K came around, talk about the old school. They're like, man, it ain't coming. January 27th, once the Y2K thing didn't hit, they were like, school started thinning out, because it didn't happen. Right.
It didn't happen when they said.
Right, it don't come when we want it. It comes, hey, if somebody said, hey, show up here every day, and I'll give you $1 million one day, how long are you going to wait? How long are you going to wait? Are you going to show up every day? We would.
Hey, we wouldn't be here. That's why, if you don't understand something that's, getting, with breakdowns and stuff, you gotta just be patient until the Most High give you that answer. Because He will. You just gotta be patient to receive it.
You may not be ready to receive it.
Exactly.
Yeah, kind. They always try to talk about year 2000. Hey, well, they would have been destroyed. You know, hey, some of us were still in the world in 2000, or just being born,
Some of us wasn't born. Brother.
Shit.
Quickly, Seth. This is Ezekiel 12 and I'll start at 21. And the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, what is this proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying, the days are prolonged, and every vision faileth? Nothing's happening, right? Nothing's happening. Whether you're always saying this, you're always saying that, nothing's happening. Tell them therefore, thus says the Lord God, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel, but unto them the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision. For there shall be no more any vain vision, no flattering divination within the house of Israel. For I am the Lord, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass, and it shall be no more prolonged. For in your days, O rebellious house.
I know I'm gonna let you break it down, but I gotta say this about this. And through all of this time, we're starting to see things happen.
It's pretty out.
And that's the beautiful part. Things have been happening, man. Since we've been out teaching, you know, since the apostles got on YouTube over nearly 20 years ago, things have been happening. Okay, we've seen the manifestation. I remember them talking about a micro see him, and then even Alex Jones was talking about it, and him and Aaron Russo. And now it's common. People just know that that's what it is now. There's people that still deny it, but they show you that grain of rice something, and they're flirting with it all day.
Since the turn of the century, man, this devil has been on a campaign, okay, on a slaughter. He's been out in the Middle East, creating mayhem, division over there, toppling governments, okay, overthrowing rulers, kings, destroying fucking civilizations over there. It's been happening, you know, and now it's about to reach its climax, okay, because that war over there in Iran is spreading. You have more state actors jumping in, rebel groups, resistance groups. Okay, and Russia's setting up Ukraine to like wrap that thing up and move on to Europe, join another theater, you know. So we're waiting for Taiwan and China. Like, what are they waiting for, right?
Hey, Russia, they fired some munitions on Ukraine.
They didn't even try to block them, bro.
At all. And one of them went a little too far over the fence and crashed in Poland. And Poland was like, oh my God, like this just really happened? Yeah, it happened. And y'all ain't gonna do shit about it.
Poland is part of the EU.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that's the article.
That's a NATO. I think that's was it part of NATO, or is it campaigning to be a part of NATO? Campaigning to be a part of NATO.
Flirting with them because they want to get next door, right?
They're like NATO by proxy.
Yep.
You had Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and what other country? They just signed a treaty.
Pakistan, Turkey,
Yep,
and
Saudi Arabia, where it's like a coalition. You touch one of us, touch everybody. We all jumping in. You know? So hey, it's popping, man.
Yep.
Yep, the pieces of the puzzle are coming together, slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. Let me finish up here, Ezekiel 12. For I am the Lord, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass, and it shall be no more prolonged. For in your days, O rebellious house, will I say the word and will perform it, says the Lord God. So all these people that fan their hands, it's never's gonna happen, or it's not gonna happen in my lifetime, guess what? It's gonna happen in your lifetime. Most probably. It's here. It's actually here. Most of these prophecies are here already. There's only a few more left that have to pass, and that's it. So get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Anybody got anything else?
I had something. Mind you still reading that, James? I wanted to man back off of that James and read Job 20 and 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds.
It was prophesying in Revelation 20 that this man, he's gonna, come back and build up his rebirth and all that, all the way from 1400s until this time. This is considered little Caesar. That he's ruling, man. He ain't ruled 1,000 years. And that's 1,000 years is one day to him.
And even 1,000 years to eternity is nothing, man. So this man is really he's only been ruling for a few seconds. It's a very, very short time, very short-lived victory for the wicked, man.
But you can see how much hell and destruction he played in that little season, man, on earth.
It's a beautiful thing to be alive, to experience and witness his fall. Knowing how it all begun for him, and now we're seeing how it's ending for him. That's why it says in Ecclesiastes, better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof. We're at the point now where, even though he's at the height of his pride and arrogancy, but he's at his fall. And he's falling hard, man. He's falling very hard. And he ain't gonna take that too lightly. He's gonna go down there and fight. No. There's no king on the earth that has, he when he was threatened with other empires that would surface, that would be a threat to his dominion. They didn't take that lightly. They fought with everything that they got, even though it was their time to fall. So Esau is no different. But the difference is, what E is, this motherfucker, he took dominion over the world. But now he's starting to lose his grip. So that explains why he's gonna come with that, with his great wrath. Because he knows that his time is up short. All the nations are against him now. They're waking up to him.
Isaiah 47 and 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt be no more called tender and delicate. Take the millstone and grind meal. Uncover the locks, make bare the legs. Uncover thy thigh, pass over the rivers. And he's being uncovered now. People are starting to figure out who this devil really is. Thy nakedness shall be uncovered. Yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance and will not meet thee as a man. So when Yahushua comes back, he's coming back as an angelical force, not as a man.
He's coming back in spaceships. Intergalactic interstellar spaceships. Another dimension, man. Try to wrap your brain around that. This Edomite ain't got a chance to fight against the Heavenly Father. He's gonna try to fight, but he's gonna be thrown down. Easy.
You can't stop Iranian missiles. How the fuck you gonna stop lasers?
Not even missiles, you can't stop drones.
You can't stop drones. You can't, like, you're gonna get fucking crushed, man. The Lord and the angels, they're gonna be putting in work.
Like taking candy from the bank.
Yeah. Putting in work, man. Jake, Jake, when he get angry, start swinging on everybody.
Yeah, you can't call 911 to calm him down.
Hey, what's beautiful is, especially when the Lord shows up, the Most High is gonna space jam his ass. He's gonna basically diminish. He's gonna tamper with his left hand power, just to show how strong his right hand is. Because we know that the Lord, through his angels, they have the power to manipulate the elements. They can control the laws of physics and gravity. You still gotta obey the laws of physics and gravity. You can't do the impossible. They could do the impossible. That's why Paul said that the strength of the weakness of the Most High is stronger than man. What's man's technology to the Lord's power?
He got his ideas from the Lord's power. They're trying to come up with it to try to come up with
Lord's creation.
Yes.
It's like primitive. The best technology that man can have is still primitive to Yahweh Shah. It's like sticks and stones.
They can't even leave low Earth orbit.
For you guys that watch those Avenger movies, y'all remember that the first one? Loki was like, I'm a god! And then the Hulk just grabs him and smashes him on the ground, boom, boom, boom. Puny God, right? And that's the difference. The whole movie came down to the Hulk actually putting his hands on him and smashing him. That's how simple it is compared to the power of the Heavenly Father. All that don't mean nothing. All your power, all your space stations, all your missiles, none of that shit mean nothing, bro. Air Force and Space Forces, radio waves, and all kind of, none of that means nothing to the Most High.
He saw those too, man.
Yeah.
He saw the chariots out there in space, man. By the moon, by the sun. You know, bigger than the sun, bigger than the whole earth. So,
Can go in the sun.
yeah, exactly.
Sirach 10, and starting at verse 4. The Lord sees to the government of the world and brings the right person to power at the right time. The success of that person is in the Lord's hands. The Lord is the source of the honor given to any official.
Yeah. And like the Lord used Daniel to tell Nebuchadnezzar that, hey, you're getting ready to lose your kingdom to the Medes and the Persians. And guess what? You're not going to win that. I don't care how strong you think you are. You're going to fall to the Medes and the Persians. And that's exactly what happened. The Lord basically put the spirit on them and raised up their valiantness to be able to take down the Babylonians. Even though the Babylonians were seen as a strong empire. They defeated Assyria, they defeated Egypt. So,
Just like all those other rulers who Esau foolishly think he's better than or smarter than, all of them got humble. All of them waxed proud. But we understand Esau, his level of pride is higher than all of them combined. So it's gonna be a grandiose humbling that's gonna come to Esau, man. Because he not only thinks he can, rule the world, but he thinks he can play the role of the Heavenly Father. That's super proud.
I got one. Isaiah 10 and 12. It says, wherefore it shall come to pass that when the Lord hath performed his whole work upon Mount Zion and on Jerusalem, I will punish the fruit of the stout heart of the king of Assyria and the glory of his high looks. For he saith, by the strength of my hand I have done it, and by my wisdom, for I am prudent, and I have removed the boundaries of the people, and have robbed their treasures, and I have put down the inhabitants like a valiant man, and my hand have found as the nest the riches of the people, and as one gather of eggs that are left, have I gathered all the earth, and there was none that moved the wing or opened up the mouth or peeped. Shall the axe boast itself against him that heweth therewith? Or who shall saw, or shall the saw magnify itself against him that shaketh it? As if the rod should shake itself against them that lift it up, or as if the staff should lift up itself as it were no wood. Therefore shall the Lord of hosts, send among his fat ones leanness, and under his glory he shall kindle a burning like the burning of a fire.
Hey, that in itself, the fact that the Most High raised up Esau, being the base man that he is, going from grunting and being a cannibal, not knowing how to wash his body and his ass properly, to being at the top of the world, being at the at the top of the food chain. But it's not because he forgot where he came from. It's not because he had some grand plan. He just overnight became some scientist, some war general, You know, man.
Yeah, I wanted to, 'cause I was meditating on this the other day. It's funny when you were saying it. It goes back to Cain. When the Most High preserved Cain all the way, his whole lineage all the way down till now. We know it got reset during the flood, but he came back as Esau, right? But we go through all of that. He preserved that line all the way to fulfill today. Okay, doing that, this man think he can't go down. He think nobody can touch him. He can't go down. So he's used to winning. Even when he wasn't winning, he knew he couldn't be completely destroyed. So he felt like nobody could touch him. That's why that drill rap, the Mecca was out there still holds today. He still believes it.
Like Cain or Esau didn't know what righteousness was, because Cain, he gave a bullshit sacrifice. He knew the right thing to do because his brother did the right thing. Yeah. Jacob and Esau, man. He knew what the right thing to do, but he didn't do it.
It said though you saw the carry with tears.
Yeah. So hey, that's why the Lord brought him low. That's why he was pushed up into the mountains, man. And he ain't had no language. He was braying like a goddamn horse.
The only
Children of food, base men. They were followers in the earth.
even as a servant, Esau, man, he still be wicked, servant role. That's also a scripture, man. I've seen servants upon horses. That's means power. It's prophetic that this man would rule, and he would be ruling at the end. Okay, when the Lord comes back, the Edomite is going to be in power. So the whole notion that the Edomites are done away with, or we don't know who they are, that's total BS, man.
They don't know prophecy. That's just their problem. They don't understand prophecy. Scholars that know what they're talking about, they know the Edomites still exist. And they know that the world would be under a complete dominant rule or empire under the Edomite. The Rothschilds, they know that they Edomites. That's why they changed their name from Bauer to Rothschild. Yeah, man. Everybody's good?
Yeah, we're good now,
Yeah.
though. It's just like,
It's a bitch teleporting. That's what
yeah, like teleportation type shit.
it was weird, yeah.
Calm, man. Yeah. These devils, they're here. And they're being preserved. You know how many scriptures shows that Esau is actually being reserved? There's one of them in we know Proverbs 16 is one of them, but there's also another one in Job. I believe it's Job 27, I think.
Yeah, 13. That's the one we're talking about.
Yeah.
There's a Job 27. Verse 13, it says, "This is the portion of a wicked man with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and the heritage of the oppressors, which they shall receive of the Almighty. If his children be multiplied, it is for the sword, and his offspring shall not be satisfied with bread. Those that remain of him shall be buried in death, and his widows shall not weep. Though he heap up silver as the dust, and prepare raiment as the clay, he may prepare it, but the just shall put it on, and the innocent shall divide the silver."
And go from there to Job 21 and start at 16.
It's Job 21 and 16. "Oh, their good is not in their hand, the counsel of the wicked is far from me. How oft is the candle of the wicked put out, and how oft cometh their destruction upon them? Yahweh distributeth sorrows in his anger."
And that's why Esau is we under his world, but his world is hastening fast to pass away. So how was his world passing away? By the Lord multiplying the sorrows upon him. Are we not in the beginning of sorrows while his kingdom is falling? So that's what the Lord is doing. Hey, the Lord's this is the same. The scripture in the Psalm said the Lord is angry with the wicked every day. So don't think for a second because he's been in power, for as long as he has, and that the Most High is long suffering, that the Most High ain't sitting in a cut with anger. Built up anger is different than just, quick anger. When you had a long time to sit in that anger, that means you also had a long time to kind of brainstorm on how you getting ready to take this man out.
Isaiah 33, meditate terror.
If it ain't bad, if it ain't that bad, you'll calm down. If it's so bad, all this time has passed, you still just getting more and more angry.
Yeah, like keep doing shit.
Yeah.
To make you, and you might have forgot it. Then they do some shit again to spark you, spark that anger back up.
Before you can even, calm down.
Yep.
Hey, the Lord gonna put that same anger in us.
That's
Get
it.
this man in captivity.
Ezekiel 25.
That's why we need the uncorruptible bodies, man. To sustain the anger.
Yeah. See, Jake ain't angry enough. It's mainly due to the gifts. Jake, they receive gifts, in which the scriptures say a gift destroys the heart. They get pacified when Esau give them a little something. And Jake feel like they're successful, or they made it, they're living comfortable, they get some kind of nourishment from this devil. It's no different than giving a dog, some treats, so he don't get angry and start mauling motherfuckers, man. Go ahead.
Yeah, I got a quick scripture. This is about the ultimate. Oh, you got one?
Yeah, there's more to it, but you
Okay,
can get your quick reset.
Yeah, this is the ultimate end to Esau. Obadiah 1:18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame.
This ties right into making us as angry and giving us that power. But we go from being fishers as we are now into hunters. So it's going into, it's still talking about the same topic. You got it.
And the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord has spoken it.
And that's just jumping all the way to 1,000 years after his punishment. After he served his 1,000-year punishment. Okay. So that's pent up anger right there. The Lord ain't never done that to a nation of people on the earth. He's never literally erased an entire nation off the planet. But he said, but the Lord have spoken this. So he's like, I'm putting my name as a stamp on this. It's going to happen.
So Jake say that's my word.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why Esau called himself
Word is
white.
bond.
They want to be white. They want to be Jacob.
Anything but.
Israelites.
They gotta run from that.
Esau either.
They got to run from that identity, man. It hunts them. They know it hunts them. Yeah.
They call the Palestinians Amalek.
Yeah, they got it. Yeah, even the Iranians is Amalek too now.
They
But
know
like
that
it's-
prophecy, man.
Yeah, but like it says in Jeremiah 49, you can't hide yourself. I've uncovered your secret places, and he can no longer hide himself. You've been identified, man. You're found. The man of sin is revealed.
He had like the best disguise.
Hell
You
yeah.
could get to like fear the devil. Shit, I'm the Lord's chosen people, man.
Yeah. Look, I'm winning. Look, I'm winning. Right?
Wow.
You remember that movie with Liam Neeson, Unknown? You ever seen that movie? It was after his ass. But he couldn't understand, like, damn, I must have taken the identity of somebody that did some fucked up shit.
Yeah.
You know? Because they was after him. That's Esau.
Yeah. Yeah, when you look at those movies, they be on point like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, whose identity after? The children of God, though.
Yeah. Because he came out of, I think, a coma or something like that. And so he didn't remember what the fuck happened. But he was given an identity. And I think he was like he might have been an assassin or something like that. Man.
Fuck him up. Is that the one with the little kid? He was the kid in that one?
I think so.
No, that's the other one.
That was a
That's
different one. Yeah, that was a different
That's a walk around the
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Tombstones or some shit.
Now go.
The
go
same
yeah.
character in all his movies.
Go-
That unknown.
Go see Unknown, man. You know. And then at the end, he got into that vehicle and he saw all those IDs, and it was his face on all those different IDs with different different identities.
That's E.
That's
E.
Esau, man.
Yeah.
He's Australian, fucking British, he's
French,
South African,
Australian. Yeah.
motherfucker, damn.
He's Native American.
Yeah.
Egyptian.
We used to say you're the last samurai and the last Norwegian.
Yep.
It's everybody, man. Niggas in every movie.
Yep. Go back.
That is back in Job 21, verse 18. Read 17 again.
Now read all the way down to like verse 30.
It says, how oft is the candle of the wicked put out, and how oft cometh their destruction upon them? Yahweh distributed sorrows in his anger. They are as stubble before the wind, and as chaff that the storm carrieth away.
Hey, he said, how often have the candle of the wicked get put out? You know, because ultimately we know that the candle represents a light, right? You light a candle so that you can see brightness. Well, the Egyptians, they had their brightness through the Magi's, the wise men, the left hand, the Chaldeans, and then of course Esau, the Illuminati, illuminated ones. The Lord getting ready to take that light out. It's not gonna work against the power of the Lord. That's why it said back in Isaiah 47, you were wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. All your wise men, all these witches and warlocks, they can't seem to have an answer for you. For why the Lord is doing what he's doing to you. There's no explanation. You know? So the Lord, he's gonna put your candle out again. This time it's gonna be permanent. Go ahead.
Continuing verse 18. It says, they are stubble before the wind, and as chaff that the storm carrieth away. Yahweh layeth up his iniquity for his children. He rewardeth him, and he shall know it.
So he laid up his iniquity for his children. Hey.
Children gotta go through it too.
And that was
And they're here.
Isaiah 14.
They're here. You know?
We used to say, y'all remember this? Say, he died and dished on y'all. Like the slave masters.
Gotta pay his
I
tab.
didn't own any slaves.
He ran
man,
off
you
on the
let
tab.
us.
Yeah.
Hey man, somebody gotta pay.
Yeah, even the two Roman soldiers that pierced Yahweh shot, they back right now. Most likely they're probably police officers, military officials. They come back in the same lot.
Well, shit, Nero is back in his lot. And he persecuted the followers of Yahweh Shai. You know, and he's probably back. He's more than likely going to do the same thing. Come against the Lord's servants. You know?
This nigga already talking about 2028.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got a quick one. Obadiah 1:6 in the NLT. I'm gonna read down to 8 at least. It says, every nook and cranny of Edom will be searched out and looted. Every treasure will be found and taken.
Cough it up.
It says all your allies will turn against you. They will help to chase you from your land. The secret place searched out you're talking about, right? It said they will help you to chase. They will help to chase you from your land. They will promise you peace while plotting to deceive and destroy you. Your trusted friends will set traps for you, and you won't even know about it. It says, at that time, not a single wise person will be left in the whole land of Edom.
Yep, that's your light right there.
Yep. For on the mountains of Edom, I will destroy everyone who has understanding. And that mountain is the government set up. First thing you should look at whenever you see the word mountain is usually talking about a government.
Right. So in other words, he said, I'm going to make sure that your counsel ain't even good. So you're going to lose, you know. The purposes are disappointed when there's no counsel. You're getting counsel from foolish men. You're only going to go so far.
And look what it say next. It's interesting what they put with it. The mightiest warriors of Teman will be terrified and will right to war. Wisdom in war, right? It says,
Aren't they saying right now that there's low morale in the military? They're feeling exhausted. You know, they don't even feel right. Just yeah.
They know the truth now who they're actually going to fight for. They're not fighting for American democracy. They're fighting for the small hats.
The Epstein.
They wasn't stupid. Yeah, they stupid because if the gas was cheaper, you know, if the economy wasn't all super inflated here in America and all the, if you over there in the Middle East fighting the war, but your family and friends back here is over here struggling, you're gonna hear about that. You're gonna feel that.
All the money you make, which ain't really shit. You just gotta send it back to your wife and kids or your family to try to survive.
Yep, and it's not giving no, it's not really any relief. So what are we really doing? I'm watching this big ass opium field. This back in the early 2000s. I'm in this big ass opium field for all this money, but what good is it? Because I get back home, my wife is on opioids.
Just gardening.
Yeah, I'm just gardening so they can come steal it. But what good is it? My people are the ones catching the addiction off of it. Like it's just ass backwards the way they think. But it said the mightiest warriors of Teman will be terrified, and everyone on the mountains of Edom will be cut down in the slaughter. It is. So whether you don't have wisdom to do the right thing, and your warriors are still going to lose, because you live by the sword, you know, that sword that was given as a blessing, and that ain't even going to help you. Okay?
It said that in Jeremiah 49. Said everybody has been spoiled, your brethren, your neighbors, but he is not. So now is your time to be spoiled, because like I said in Isaiah 33, you know, you was you dealt treacherously with them, but they shall deal treacherously with you. You know, you spoil people, many people shall spoil you. So it's time for Esau to drink of the cup too. You know, you don't get to send the cup around, but then you just, all right, I'm good. Just like fucking what's his name? The dude from the CEO of Pfizer.
Yeah. Everybody take it.
Everybody go ahead and take it.
What about you? Nah, I'm good.
Nah, I'm good. I'm going to the back of the line. Y'all got it.
Then he was like, didn't he? Wasn't it him who was like, nah, I ain't taking that. It was him or Fauci.
And they copied some of them on hot mic.
Yeah.
17.
They wasn't finna take that. They knew it. They knew it. These motherfuckers is devils, man. They knew exactly what they was doing. But that was it on that out?
Yeah, that was it.
All right, so go back to that. Read that last verse again. Verse 19.
Back in Job 21 and 19, Yahweh layeth up his iniquity for his children. He rewarded him, and he shall know it.
So how does the Lord lay up wrath for his children? How is he laying up his iniquity for his children?
Reincarnation.
Reincarnation.
I got something for that too. So,
go ahead.
This is Sirach 41 and 6. Yeah. The inheritance of sinners, children shall perish, and their posterity shall have a perpetual reproach.
Posterity is their children.
The descendants.
The children will complain of an ungodly father, because they shall be reproached for his sake.
Right, we have to go through that process. Still going through it. Under the curse because of what our ancestors done. You know? We have to deal with that. But you devils, you can't act like you ain't did shit. You did it all, man. That's why I said in Lamentations, rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, you children of Uz. Rejoice and be glad, man. You didn't did everything you desired on your brother. You know? But now it's your turn to suffer. Your punishment is at an end. Now it's your turn. Right?
Let me read this to start off. This is Isaiah 14 and 21 in the NLT. Kill this man's children. Let them die because of their father's sins. They must not rise and conquer the earth, filling their world with their cities.
Yeah. Basically, you're feeling the lot of your fathers.
Yep.
All right, they're not here to take the punishment, but you're here. But not only that, but you benefit from it. You inherited what they laid down.
And because you inherited the positive, the blessing of being rich and white privilege and all this other stuff, why can't you? And you got to take the bad too, the bitter as well. It ain't all sweet. You got it again, brother, on the top.
Sirach 41 and 6. Then the inheritance of sinners, children shall perish, and their posterity shall have a perpetual reproach. The children will complain of an ungodly father, because they shall be reproached for his sake.
Woe be. Got a lot of that now with some of these Edomites, and they're trying to distance themselves or detach themselves from their white supremacist families, and they don't agree with slavery and what happened during chattel slavery.
38 years old.
Magna.
Cut that shit out. Yeah. You're 38. You're 22 years old. You lived your whole childhood, under the blessing of racial benefit. You know? And all of a sudden, now that you're responsible for your own shit, it don't work like that. Heavenly Father don't work like that.
Because the heat's coming down.
Yeah.
They see the writing on the wall.
Yep.
And so it's the guilt.
That was what the whole critical race theory was about.
Yep.
Shaming kids for their position or their privilege or whatever. Mm-hmm. It's the truth.
Yeah.
They act like it's equality, but it ain't. It's so far from equality. And now, you notice in the last couple of years, they've embraced the system of inequality. This whole Nolan Wells thing is going to prove that it ain't equal. Yep. Like, without a shadow, it's already proven it. Cold case.
Cold case.
They got niggas on camera.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Ain't gonna stick for these folks.
Yeah, they hold themselves not, to this day, they hold themselves not guilty.
They even blow it off of like, man, it was manifest destiny. God gave you the license to do this. Yeah, he did, but he also said you're gonna get punished. There you go.
Yeah, you devils ain't sorry, man. You're happy that you did what you did. You have pride in what you did. You still celebrate 4th of July. You still celebrate Thanksgiving. Those are victory days for you. You ain't sorry for shit, man.
Thanksgiving.
Popping fireworks.
That was a victory feast.
Yeah.
Captivity. Hardcore captivity.
That 4th of July was cold, bro.
Yeah.
Independence from who? Independence from England? That's what you try to say, right? Really, it's because you was able to take this place over and now run it independently over here. Regardless who was populated this land already.
Yep.
So 4th of July is an anti-Jake holiday as well. Anti-Israelite holiday as well.
What were you Jakes doing during the first 4th of July?
Right. Yeah, where were you at?
What was your place? What was your place of employment?
We gonna make the sweet potato pie. No? Get started.
Said Job 14:4, can't turn a clean thing out of an unclean thing. Can't do it, man. So you niggas celebrating these days that Esau celebrate, you're going way the hell off, shit.
Yep. Yeah, man. We on those days, you're supposed to remember what happened to us. We're not supposed to be in a celebratory mode with them. And we brought that. What was that scripture? We brought it out, I think, last night maybe. Psalms 109 and like 14.
Yeah.
It says, "Let the iniquity of his fathers be remembered, and let not the iniquity of their mother be blotted out."
Psalms 109 and 14. Let the iniquity of his fathers be remembered with the Lord, and let not the sin of his mother be blotted out.
So that's why you're being reserved. So the Lord's going to keep you preserved by bringing you every 3 or 4 generations through reincarnation. All right? That's why. The Lord's going to hold you to everything that was done. He ain't forget. You know, Jake might try to, well, let's just get past it. That was in the past. You know, we're all equal now. We all can. We should love them like we love ourselves. We should,
Love causes hate. No, hate balances hate.
Right. You might say sorry. If they so sorry, okay, trade places.
Yeah.
Give me your job and give me your house up in the hills. They ain't gonna do